Chapter 41. The One Who Tricked Me. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 41. The One Who Tricked Me. Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. Momo, have you prepared dinner? Master must be hungry. Su Xiaoyu reminded her. Arg. That's right. I have to go cook. Lin Momo fled in a panic. She had been so engrossed in watching those educational videos that she had even forgotten to cook. Wang Ran walked to the screen and turned on his computer, intending to see if there was any news on the internet. The moment he opened it, he saw the previously minimized video player. Well, he finally found the reason Lin Momo hadn't made dinner yet. Wang Ran turned off the video player and opened a web page. Recently, the most popular one on the internet. It wasn't really that popular, but it was a website called the Night Forum and had a decent view count. It had been created by a fanatical doomsday lover. It had existed before the zombie virus outbreak. At that time, it was just a small website used for discussing zombie movies and games, but it had become a gathering place for survivors over the past few days. There's a beautiful girl in the opposite building asking me for help. Should I go over and help her? Dude, you should take care of yourself. It's not easy to survive these days, and you're still thinking of simping, just go for it. We're going to die anyway, at least you can die happy. It could be a trap. She'll rob you of all your supplies and then throw you to the zombies. Catfish robbery. I could do that, thanks for the idea. Wang Ran randomly clicked on a post and could see many replies. The original poster had encountered the same situation as him. I wish him good luck. After all, not everyone can successfully become a hero. In the forum, some people had posted information about zombies. The habits, characteristics, and weaknesses of the zombies were all listed out. Wang Ran clicked on it and saw that it was fairly accurate. These posters had put in the work. It would not help Wang Ran, but it would save countless others. As he continued reading on, Wang Ran was surprised to find that a mutated zombie had appeared in a city in the south. It had only been a few days. It seemed to have charged out of a hospital. It was extremely agile and could leap like a frog. Even if someone holed themselves up in a high-rise building, this zombie would easily break in. Now, the survivors of that city were in a state of panic, and many of them wanted to escape to other places. However, going out was also something that required courage. I wonder what's the situation in N City right now, Wang Ran muttered to himself. He had to move to East Lake Island as soon as possible. Wang Ran wasn't afraid of the mutated zombies. Now that he had 2 followers, he could kill any mutated zombie. However, their rapid appearance would only mean that many of the supplies and equipment in the city would be gradually destroyed. The current balance between humans and zombies would be broken. In the future, he might not even be able to find any supplies if he went out. He still had to hurry. Wang Ran continued to browse the forum and found the N City section. There were not many posts, but since they were from the city, Wang Ran was quite interested. Food shortage. SOS. What are you saying? Who doesn't lack food? That's right, I only have 1 can left. Some zombie was spotted climbing into the water tower in our building like a goddamn gecko. I don't even dare to use the water at home now. I'm so thirsty. You should drink it, gives you some immunity. It should still be drinkable after a little boiling. There seems to be a survivor camp at the stadium of Shaoshi Primary School. Food is provided. I plan to go and take a look tomorrow. This post caught Wang Ran's attention. Wasn't this Wu Jiangluo's camp? Had he already started to attract the attention of others? If too many people went, they would quickly run out of supplies. Really? Is this the ZF organization's camp? Will there be food if I go? I'll go and take a look tomorrow. I still have food at home, enough for 2 days. I'll go take a look after I'm done. Right, it's better than waiting for death at home. There were more than 50 posts. Most of the people were attracted by the fact that there was free food. In this world, people who had no food would be desperate. It seemed that Wu Jiangwo and the others were going to have a headache. My friend here recommends the end of the United States too. Who has a game disc? 1 gold bar for it. This post screamed Tang Tang at him. Wang Ran looked at the user's ID and sure enough, it had the character Tang in it. It was Tang Tang, that little lowly. However, this had just been posted last night. Back then, her PS4 was still working. Right, he had taken her Doomhammer, but he still had to help her find a PS4 and 2080 Ti graphics card. When he scrolled down, he was startled. Is there anyone who wants to form a team and go to the exhibition center to find food? An agricultural product exhibition has just been held there. Wang Ran furrowed his brows. This was oddly familiar to him. At that time, he had been surrounded by hundreds of zombies in this place. That was why he had transmigrated back. Now that he thought about it, with his ample life experience, how could he have been so careless and allowed slow-moving zombies to surround him? Someone had planned for this. That's right. In the apocalypse, if multiple parties were vying for a single supply source, some would try to play the other party out using the surrounding zombies. It was convenient and efficient. Wang Ran vaguely remembered catching a glimpse of a figure at the exhibition center. A lock of his hair was dyed white. It had to be that person. F***ck, if I see you this time, I don't care if you're trying to harm me or not, I'll kill you first. Wang Ran muttered. Master, dinner is ready. Lin Momo came over with a plate of grilled chicken and mushroom pasta. It was very fragrant. After a busy day at work, nothing was more gratifying than a good meal. Su Xiaoyu had even brought along a bottle of cold beer. Wang Ran randomly started a thriller film and started eating while watching it. Lin Momo secretly pulled Su Xiaoyu to the side. Sister Xiaoyu, I accidentally knocked over the stock we collected yesterday. Lin Momo hesitated before confessing. Knocked over? Which stock, the red one? Su Xiaoyu asked. Lin Momo shook her head. Ah. Don't worry about it, we'll restock it. Su Xiaoyu sighed. It's a bit of a pity. It's on the ground, but it should still be edible, right? Su Xiaoyu asked after some thought. I did lap some up. But Xiao Jin ate most of it. Lin Momo was a little embarrassed. Xiao Jin. Su Xiaoyu glanced at Xiao Jin, who was sticking to Wang Ran. They had a new competitor that can't be. It seemed that she had to discipline Xiao Jin in the future. As a dog, it did not mean that it had the right to eat anything and everything. Chapter 42. Momo's Strength. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 42. Momo's Strength. Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. Morning. Wang Ran felt a little tired when he got up. It shouldn't be. He did not do it that many times last night. In addition, with his current physique, he should not be tired. That's strange. After washing up, Wang Ran received a call from Wu Jiangwo. Brother Wang Ran. There's something, Wu Jiangwo stammered. He was obviously a little embarrassed. Too many people came to the camp, and there's not enough food to go around. Wang Ran asked with a smile. It was easy to guess after reading the post last night. That's it. Over the past 2 days, about 100 more people turned up. We used to be able to eat freely, but now that we're saving up, it's still not enough. That's why I'm asking you, Brother Wang Ran, if there's anything else you need, we'll find it and trade it with you. Wu Jiangwo looked like he was embarrassed to be in his debt, so he offered to exchange it with something. It couldn't be helped. For some reason, wave after wave of people had come over these few days. Wu Jiangwo was too embarrassed to reject them, so he accepted them one by one. Just like that, the number of people suddenly increased. However, those who could pass through the zombies' encirclement and evade their pursuit and finally reach the camp were mostly survivors with good physical fitness. This also greatly increased the strength of Wu Jiangwo's camp. The only problem was that there wasn't enough food. Speaking of which, I do need some stuff. How about this? Help me find some good graphics cards. I don't need many, just a few will do. If you do come across some PS4, Switch, and other game consoles and games, they'll work. Get some drones too, the more the better, Wang Ran said after thinking for a while. He could make some gold off Tang Tang, but he could also use them to kill time. As for the drones, Wang Ran was planning to set up an aerial surveillance system on East Lake Island. Since there was enough electricity, he could just let the drones take turns to charge. Alright. I can get these things by making a trip to the computer market. Just wait for my good news, Wu Jiangwo said excitedly. It was a good deal for him. No matter what he changed, he had to go out. Moreover, the computer market. There shouldn't be any competition there. Who would still want game consoles in such an environment? Wang Ran hung up the phone. It was time to start a busy day. Today, they were going to transport some things that didn't need to be refrigerated to the island and assemble the solar panels there. This way, they could transport the frozen food over tomorrow and the day after. Master, can you take me there today? Lin Momo asked. But you don't know how to drive a truck, Wang Ran shrugged his shoulders. Hearing this, Lin Momo lowered her head, her eyes slightly red. She seemed to be sad. Alright. I'll take you there today. Wang Ran rubbed Lin Momo's head. Today's focus was to assemble the solar panels, so it was fine to drive one less car. When Lin Momo heard that she could follow them, she was gleeful all over again. Wang Ran brought 2 of his followers and started loading the truck. The main purpose of today was to transport some equipment and tools. For example, microwave ovens, washing machines, pots and pans, electrician sets, and other things that people were not afraid of. As for the refrigerator, there was one in every villa, so he didn't need to bring it. Soon, the car was full. Master, you guys come back soon. Su Xiaoyu blinked. She had gone out with him once yesterday, so she naturally knew what was going on. I shouldn't be back too late today. Wu Jiangwo will come back to exchange for other things. I'll try to come back before 4. Wang Ran said goodbye to Su Xiaoyu and Xiao Jin and got into the car with Lin Momo. That dog is growing a little too rapidly, don't you think? What does it usually eat? Wang Ran asked Lin Momo, who was sitting in the front passenger seat. No. I don't know. Lin Momo panicked. Xiao Jin's fast growth was definitely not due to the regular dog food and sausages. And that was. Lin Momo lowered her head, her fingers grabbing the corners of her clothes. Wang Ran was driving and did not notice Lin Momo's panic. Could it be, because it drank my blood? Wang Ran remembered that Xiao Jin had taken a few bites of him. His blood could strengthen zombies, humans, and even dogs. This was too terrifying. In Wang Ran's mind, the image of the huge Xiao Jin killing a zombie with one paw appeared. Terrifying. However, this was also good. With strength, Xiao Jin would be a suitable guard dog against zombies. The car traveled steadily down the road. When he passed by the road where he was blackmailed yesterday, Wang Ran even saw a zombie in Messi's jersey kicking people's heads. It seemed that he still retained some of his habits from when he was alive. Master, I'm a little hungry. Can I have some snacks? Lin Momo sneaked a glance at Wang Ran. No, Wang Ran was slightly taken aback, but he refused her decisively. He still remembered how the solar-powered rich second generation died. He couldn't follow his footsteps. Gulp, Lin Momo's stomach growled. Just take some blood first. Wang Ran had no choice but to extend a finger to Lin Momo. Soon, the car arrived at the bridgehead. Not many zombies had jumped off the bridge last night. It seemed that they were not depressed enough. Dozens of zombies were stuck together, so they had to clean up before they could get over. After all, the truck was heavy. If it lost control and fell into the sea, it would be a great loss. Let's go, Momo, it's time to work. Wang Ran got out of the car with his sword. His old friend was much better at dealing with ordinary zombies. The hammer was best reserved for mutated zombies. Lin Momo followed Wang Ran and looked at the zombies at the bridgehead. Suddenly, Lin Momo's eyes lit up. Master, please wait. Lin Momo pulled Wang Ran, who was about to step forward. What? Wang Ran turned around and looked at Lin Momo. In terms of combat power and combat experience, Lin Momo was not as good as Su Xiaoyu. She couldn't be afraid, right? Lin Momo focused on the zombie in front of her. The zombies that were attracted by the truck stopped in their tracks. Then, they all turned to the surface of the sea. 1 step. 2 steps. They slowly walked to the edge of the road. And then they jumped into the sea, one by one. Holy F***ck. Momo, you can control them. Wang Ran's body trembled. After all the zombies jumped into the sea, Lin Momo's body went limp, as if her strings had been cut. Wang Ran immediately stepped forward to support Lin Momo. Master. These zombies have very weak willpower. I tried, and I really can make them do what I want. It's just a little tiring. I'm feeling a little weak now, Lin Momo said as she lay in Wang Ran's arms. Chapter 43. Weakness. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 43. Weakness. Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. When one was weak, he naturally had to replenish one's strength. The method to replenish his female zombie's strength was also very simple. Wang Ran drove the truck across the bridge and arrived at the villa with the beautiful scenery from yesterday. After working at replenishing her energy for half an hour, Wang Ran brought Lin Momo out of the villa. It had to be said that Lin Momo's performance at the bridgehead had really amazed Wang Ran. However, it was not practical enough at the moment. If it was Su Xiaoyu, she would have taken care of dozens of zombies without even panting. Lin Momo, on the other hand, was exhausted after a short bout. Therefore, Momo still needed to improve her strength. Should he give her more special treatment in the future? Yes, that's fine. Lin Momo didn't know that the ability she had unintentionally used had given her a special treatment. Next, Wang Ran drove the car to the hotel's warehouse. Lin Momo was in charge of unloading the goods. Meanwhile, Wang Ran went to install the solar panels. It wasn't difficult to install these panels. With the basic tools, it could be done by following the manual. The only problem was how to connect the solar panels to the hotel's electrical circuit. Although Wang Ran knew how to fiddle with electronic products, he was not an expert in electrical work. It looked like he had to find someone to help. Oh right, the security guards and property management of the villa area at East Lake across the street. Electrical work should be a basic skill in property management, right? I'll go back and get some beer and cucumbers, and hire a few reliable people to come over and fiddle around. After a few hours of hard work, the electric panels were basically all in place. As long as the electric circuit was connected, the facilities on the island could be used. Lin Momo ran to Wang Ran's side and wiped his sweat. Master, I've sorted out the equipment. Next time, you can use it directly after the electricity is connected. I also cleaned up the place. There's a bit of dust here. Lin Momo's small head rubbed against Wang Ran's chest. She was obviously here to claim credit. Not bad. I was wondering why it was taking you so long to unload the goods. You actually did so much heavy lifting. Not bad, not bad. You deserve a reward. Wang Ran touched Lin Momo's head. It was only right to be rewarded for performing well. Master, there's an endless pool on the roof of this main building. I've already prepared the water. Lin Momo lowered her head. Let's go. Wang Ran picked up Lin Momo and walked to the roof. It had to be said that carrying Lin Momo and carrying Tang Tang were completely different. The elevator was not powered yet, so Wang Ran took the stairs to the top floor. The scenery was great. The scenery of the entire island, coupled with the sea in the distance, could be seen at a glance. Lin Momo could not wait to take off her clothes and jump into the pool. In the end, she directly sank. Wang Ran had no choice but to go down and pull her up. Cough, cough. Cough, Lin Momo vomited a lot of water. What the heck? I used to know how to swim. Lin Momo was very depressed. In the past, when she lay in the water, she could float with 2 buoyant devices. Why did it sink now? I'll get Xiaoyu to try it too. I guess it has something to do with you turning into a zombie. Wang Ran felt that he had learned something new. Even a powerful mutant zombie like Lin Momo couldn't swim, not to mention those ordinary zombies. How did you feel in the water? Wang Ran asked. I'm not afraid of water, but I simply sank. If I hold my breath, I can stay in the water for a long time. After all, I don't need much oxygen now. I choked on the water because I wasn't prepared. It was a mistake. Lin Momo answered. Wang Ran nodded. Zombies also needed to breathe, but they needed far less oxygen than humans. In other words, if zombies were thrown into the water, they would die after a long time. Come, I'll support you this time. Wang Ran jumped into the water and waved at Lin Momo. Lin Momo immediately understood. The water surface no longer remained calm. Computer City. It was a small shopping mall with 4 floors. Their main business was assembling desktop, mobile, game console, and a small number of home appliances. It was usually quite lively, so there were quite a lot of zombies here. Especially those black-hearted computer merchants. This time, they were really going to eat people. Wu Jiangwo led a small team to explore the computer city. There were plenty of people in the camp, so he had taken 15 people with him this time, which was considered a luxury. With such a formation, even if they were surrounded by zombies, they would be able to break out. Brother Wang Ran said he wanted a PS4 and, what else? Wu Jiangwo didn't know much about games. Switch. Also, game cards and discs. The brawny Zhu Ming added. Wu Jiangwo was a man of good strength and character, but he was not a homebody. He didn't understand what young people did these days. If it weren't for Zhu Ming and the other young men in the team, it would have taken them a long time to find the items. The first floor mainly sold cell phones, which was not the purpose of this trip. Everyone cooperated and rushed to the second floor. Let's split into 2 teams and look for them separately. It'll be more efficient this way, Wu Jiangwo said softly. The group was divided into 2 teams. Wu Jiangwo was strong and took 5 people with him, while the rest formed a big team. Since he couldn't find the switch for the lights in the mall, Wu Jiangwo could only move forward slowly with the flashlight in hand. There were fewer zombies on the second floor than on the first floor. They were basically all computer vendors behind the counter. Wu Jiangwo held a fire axe in one hand and a flashlight in the other. He killed every single one of them he saw with great efficiency. Boss, why do I feel like your strength has improved by leaps and bounds these few days? The brawny man, Zhu Ming, had an envious look on his face. Previously, he was not much different from Wu Jiangwo. However, in today's actual combat, Wu Jiangwo had absolutely crushed him. I don't know either. Maybe I've just grown experienced at this. Wu Jiangwo laughed. He also felt that he had become much stronger. Even if he met that crazy woman under the vault, he might actually stand a chance. Boss, that shop mainly sells graphics cards. One of the underlings turned on his flashlight in a direction. Wu Jiangwo and the others looked over. A zombie was holding a video card and licking it. **CK, what kind of weird quirk is this? That thing has a thing for graphics cards. Wu Jiangwo was stunned. Boss, you're out of date. What's the big deal about licking the graphics card? Some people even lick Switch game cartridges. You don't understand the things in the gaming circle. Zhu Ming laughed. The zombie that was licking the video card saw the group and hesitated for a moment. Then, he immediately put down the video card and pounced at the group. However, the counter seemed to be a little high, and he fell to the ground. Wu Jiangwo did not hesitate and hit him in the back of his head with his axe. It was easily resolved. Chapter 44. Encountering a mutated zombie. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 44. Encountering a mutated zombie. Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation, hurry up and find that 2080 Ti. Wu Jiangwo ordered. He stepped forward and picked up the video card that the zombie had been licking. Titan.rtx, not this one. Wu Jiangwo threw the graphics card aside. Soon, Zhu Ming found the 2080 Ti. Boss, there are 5 boxes. Zhu Ming said excitedly. Take them all. Go and meet up with the other team. We'll go to the 3rd floor to find the games. Wu Jiangwo brought his men to the stairs. The other team received the signal that their flashlights had been turned off, and they also began to walk towards the stairs. **CK, I thought I could survive in the camp safely by joining. I didn't expect that we would have to come out and do hard labor. Oh well. If we had known earlier, we might as well have done it ourselves. We're all going out on an adventure anyway. A few young men from the other team muttered as they walked up the stairs. Most of them had just joined Wu Jiangwo's camp. They were all very displeased with the idea of going on an adventure as soon as they arrived. All right. If no one comes out to look for supplies, what are we going to eat? You guys don't know how much food was lacking on the day I came. Fortunately, boss brought people out to get a lot of food back. You guys should stop talking. The one who spoke was Lu Quan, who was a senior. He had been assigned to guard the camp before, so it was his turn to come out and look for supplies today. I don't understand. What do the old men, old women, and children in the camp do, in this world? Aren't we all just wasting food? They're actually sharing the same food as us. This is too unfair. The young man continued to mumble. These words caused Lu Quan to be dissatisfied. What's wrong with the elderly and children? His son and mother were also in the camp. If Wu Jiangwo had not taken them in, they might not even have food to eat, let alone remain safe. Seeing that they were about to reach the stairs, the few young people shut up. They were still quite afraid of Wu Jiangwo. This group of people did not realize that in the darkness behind them, there was a figure lying on the ground, staring straight at them. Everyone's here, no one got hurt, right? Wu Jiangwo asked. No, we only met a few zombies and killed them all. Lu Quan replied. The team of 10 people easily held their own against what zombies they encountered. Alright, everyone, be on your guard. The 3rd floor is the gaming area. We'll leave once we find what we need. This is a zombie's nest, after all. We can't stay here for long. Wu Jiangwo instructed them. Everyone went up to the 3rd floor. There were floor-to-ceiling windows on the 3rd floor, so the lighting was slightly better. Even without a flashlight, he could see the general situation. Wu Jiangwo took the lead and led the way. The moment he went up, he was shocked. In front of a game console, a girl with 2 ponytails was testing a game out. She wore medieval-style leather armor on her upper body, a plaid skirt on her lower body, and metal greaves on her calves. She was also holding a big axe in her hand. She was surrounded by more than 20 zombie corpses. She killed all of these. Wu Jiangwo was shocked. She killed so many zombies by himself and chose to game as if nothing had happened. Was this girl human? Boss, what's wrong? F***ck, Zhu Ming and the others who followed behind were as shocked as Wu Jiangwo. They instantly felt useless. Did she kill all these zombies by herself? That's impossible. The young girl also heard the movement behind her and slowly turned her head. Hey guys, what's up? This young lady was Tang Tang. She was too bored waiting at home, so she decided to go out and look for games. Although she hadn't gotten a driver's license yet, it did not matter these days, so she drove her Bentley Continental out. She was quite familiar with Computer City. After killing dozens of zombies, she came here to find a game. She had tried United States 2 and found it to be rubbish. That was why she was in a bad mood. The zombies attracted by the sound of the TV were all killed by her. She didn't expect living humans to show up. There were more than 10 living people. We're here to look for some games. It won't bother you, right? Wu Jiangwo was very polite. It couldn't be helped, the other party seemed very powerful. It would not be inappropriate to be polite. Whatever, just don't disturb me. Tang Tang was in a very bad mood and snapped the disc into two. After looking around, she finally vented her anger on Monster Hunter. Unfortunately, she couldn't find anyone to connect to. Tang Tang put the PS4 and the selected game into her backpack and was ready to leave. At that moment, the young man who had been complaining downstairs came to Tang Tang. Little girl, it's dangerous for you to be here alone. Why don't you follow us? Big brother will protect you. The young man was wearing a pair of Nikes with the wrong letters, flipped his hair, thinking that he was very handsome. Get lost. Otherwise, I'll cut you. Tang Tang said coldly. The young man was stunned. He felt a murderous aura. But at the same time, he felt humiliated. You don't have to be so cold, little girl. Do you think you can kill zombies with a cosplay axe? The young man obviously didn't think that the dismembered zombies on the ground were Tang Tang's doing. The axe was so exaggerated. It was probably made of plastic. Tang Tang clenched bloody roar and was give this idiot a smack with its flat side. At that moment, a figure suddenly appeared at the top of the stairs. Tang Tang happened to be facing that direction, so she naturally saw it. Not good, Tang Tang took a few steps back. Roar, a hunchback zombie jumped onto the young man's shoulder. What? What the F***ck is this? The young man didn't dare to raise his head. He only knew that his shoulders were very heavy. It seemed like something was climbing up him. Zhang Jian, don't move. Wu Jiangwo immediately took out his fire axe and slowly approached the young man. This zombie. It had just made a leap like a frog. It was completely different from what they had seen before. This looked like trouble. The young man also realized what the thing on his shoulder was. Help. He couldn't control himself and started shouting. The zombie on his shoulder lowered its head and grabbed the young man's chin with its hand. Then, it lowered its head and bit down. His tongue was pulled out from the root. The zombie smacked its mouth a few times and swallowed his tongue. The young man spat out a few mouthfuls of blood from his throat and then collapsed. He probably wouldn't be able to survive. The zombie didn't stop and went straight to its next target. With a leap, he directly rode on the shoulder of another young man who had just joined the camp. Chapter 45. Awakening in Battle. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 45. Awakening in Battle. Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. I don't want to die. Help. The young man was running back and forth like a headless fly. The people around him were a little afraid of hurting him, so they couldn't help him. "Move!" he shouted. Wu Jiangwo took the fire axe and pushed the crowd away. However, it was already too late. The zombie directly bit the young man's neck. The young man started choking. It was obvious that his throat had been punctured. Wu Jiangwo took a big step forward and prepared to cut down the zombie. Unexpectedly, the zombie used him as a stepping stone and jumped into the crowd. The unlucky one this time was Lu Quan. "Ah, my parents. I can't die here." Lu Quan held the iron rod in his hand and swung at it. These few hits actually slowed down the zombie's movements, so he wasn't bitten for the time being. Wu Jiangwo made a prompt decision and rushed over to cut the zombie's back. In that instant, Wu Jiangwo felt as if his entire body had been opened up by something. He was instantly filled with power. However, this pause also gave the zombie time to escape. He felt the attack behind him and directly left Lu Quan, jumping toward Tang Tang, who was alone not far away. Tang Tang had long been prepared with bloody roar. She kicked the axe with her heel and directly swung it down. The poor zombie was split in half by the axe while it was still in the air. The entire third floor fell silent. Everyone on Wu Jiangwo's side looked at Tang Tang in a daze. This was too violent. It was hard to imagine that a little girl could have such strength and reflexes. Now, everyone believed that she had killed all the zombies nearby by herself. "I'm leaving. Loot's all yours." After Tang Tang finished speaking, she carried her small bag and went downstairs. She had not felt the exhilarating rush of a battle at all. After all, she was a veteran gamer. She had played many zombie VR games and was used to it. "Pack up and look for something," Wu Jiangwo ordered. Pack up referred to the two corpses of their own people. If they didn't clean them up, they would soon turn into zombies and attack everyone. The simplest way was to destroy the brain or spine. Zhu Ming and his men quickly disposed of the two bodies. Wu Jiangwo, on the other hand, stood there alone, feeling his own body. He had indeed become much stronger. What was going on suddenly erupting at the critical moment? No matter what, it was a good thing. The stronger they were, the more people they could protect in the apocalypse. The next step was to search. Wu Jiangwo didn't know that Wang Ran was searching for the PS4 in the game on Tang Tang's behalf, so he searched the place very seriously. P.S. Brother Wang Ran said that he wanted a PS4. Does that mean that it's 4 PS? Wu Jiangwo thought about it and agreed that it was possible. He put the 4 antique PS into his backpack. After randomly grabbing a few PS4 and Switch games, Wu Jiangwo led his team up to the 4th floor. Wang Ran had said that he would appreciate as many drones as he could carry, which meant that he valued drones more. Therefore, the 4th floor was Wu Jiangwo's main target this time. There were no mutated zombies on the 4th floor, so it wasn't difficult to clean up. Although the group of underlings behind him were far less uncertain in their footsteps a lot because of the short time just now, Wu Jiangwo still looked very powerful. He killed most of the zombies by himself. Phew. Is this power? Wu Jiangwo was extremely excited about the improvement in his abilities. If he met the female zombie in the vault now, he was confident that he could kill her. It seems like this was what Brother Wang Ran went through. Wu Jiangwo was suddenly enlightened. No wonder Wang Ran was so strong. He must have broken through his limit at some point in time, just like himself. The following search was relatively simple. Wu Jiangwo plundered more than 30 drones and then drove to the supermarket warehouse smoothly. Wang Ran had already returned with Lin Momo half an hour ago. The warehouse door opened, and the two sides met again. "Brother Wang Ran, I've brought the things you wanted." Wu Jiangwo placed the game, graphics cards, drones, and 4 PS1s in front of Wang Ran. Wang Ran looked through it and was generally satisfied. Other than The 4 PS1s. The PS4 was still the PS4. Are you trying to fool me by getting 4 PS? Forget it. Wang Ran did not make a big fuss about it, since Wu Jiangwo was a boorish man. I'll just discuss it with Tang Tang later. There were many classic games in PS, such as Wolf Racing, Resident Evil, Mario Kart. Xiaoyu, bring me 1,000 pounds of food. Wang Ran ordered. Su Xiaoyu nodded and left with Lin Momo to prepare the food. Wu Jiangwo was surprised. It was twice what he had expected. It's fine. It'll be a waste if no one takes them. Wang Ran shrugged his shoulders. In the warehouse, there were still more than 1,300 pounds of food left. Eating some food past their expiry date was still fine. However, since Wang Ran had so much to eat, he had the luxury to choose. It was better to give them all to Wu Jiangwo. He could still do him a favor. After all, he was the most powerful man in N City. It might not be the case this time, but at least he packed a punch. With a strong person like Wu Jiangwo running errands for him, it would save him a lot of trouble. I'm really grateful to you, brother Wang Ran. Wu Jiangwo thanked him profusely. There were almost 200 people in the camp, and they ate as fast as hamsters. The 1,000 pounds of food could at least solve the problem for a while. Actually, I think you should go and find food with a longer shelf life. For example, granaries, barns, canneries, and so on. It's better to find new ground where we can grow food. Otherwise, you won't be able to feed them all when your camp grows. Wang Ran suggested. Yes, you're right, brother Wang Ran. I've already started looking for a new place. I met a zombie today. It was very different from those ordinary zombies. If there are more and more powerful zombies like this, it will be hard to guard my camp. Wu Jiangwo sighed. A different zombie, you killed it. Wang Ran was stunned. It was obvious that Wu Jiangwo was talking about mutated zombies. However, Wu Jiangwo could actually defeat mutated zombies. Now how did he improve so quickly? Awakened? He had never drunk his blood, so how did he awaken? Wang Ran's mind was filled with question marks. Chapter 46. I know what gold is for. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 46. I know what gold is for. Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. No. I didn't kill it. I met a powerful person today. Let's talk about me first. I suddenly exploded at the critical moment today. I feel like I'm full of energy. Now I can easily kill normal zombies. Even if I meet a powerful one, I'm confident I can fight it, Wu Jiangwo said with a smile. Then it's probably an awakening, Wang Ran nodded. To unleash his potential at the critical moment. It seemed that this was how awakened ones came to being. He was different from the people around him. Wang Ran had thought that the other awakened ones had also eaten some strange things to awaken. Perhaps he had really eaten it before. It was better to ask. Have you eaten anything strange recently? Wang Ran asked. Strange things? No, I only ate the stuff you gave me. Ah, does the gold that I took a bite of that day count? Ha ha ha, Wu Jiangwo laughed foolishly. Wang Ran was stunned. Gold. F***ck, I seem to have discovered something incredible. Why were there so many survivor camps collecting gold before the transmigration? He seemed to have found the reason. So, gold was the catalyst for the awakening. So if gold is present in the body, and the person faces a critical situation, would it awaken? It was very possible. In this world, there were not many fools who gnawed on gold, but there were many people who wore gold necklaces and gold rings. The gold was always on their skin. If they encountered danger and their potential was stimulated, they might be awakened just like that. Someone must have discovered this. That was why awakened ones would continuously appear and why the awakened ones camp would be collecting large amounts of gold. I understand. He finally understood. Brother Wang Ran, could it be, although Wu Jiangwo was honest and straightforward, he was not stupid. Wang Ran's expression changed when he mentioned gold. That meant. Could gold really stimulate one's potential? Ah. It was no wonder Wang Ran and his brother wanted to collect so much gold. His strength might have increased because of this. This is just my guess, but the possibility seems to be very high. You can find someone to try it on. Let me know when you get the results, Wang Ran said. There were only zombies around him, so he couldn't try it. All right. I'll ask Zhu Ming and the others to try it out later. Wu Jiangwo nodded. If this could really stimulate their potential, then the strength of their camp would be greatly improved. Don't tell anyone about this before we verify it. I'll try my best to only let the people I trust know. Wang Ran reminded him. I understand. Wu Jiangwo nodded. If this didn't work, the news would only make the world more chaotic. On the other side of things, the food was being handed over smoothly. A few young men who had just joined Wu Jiangwo's campsite gathered at the side. This place is really good. Yes, there's enough food and beautiful women. If it were up to me, I think we might as well take this place. Look, there are only 3 of them. It is. If we can take down this place, we won't need to go out adventuring in the future. A few young people muttered one after another. Don't you all seek death? The 4 people who had this idea last time are now lying there. Lu Quan pointed at the small mountain of zombie bodies. The young men shuddered and immediately gave up on the idea. The handover was completed. Wu Jiangwo thanked them again and again, then brought the food back to the base. Wang Ran returned to the warehouse and looked at the piles of gold bars and gold bars. It doesn't necessarily work just by eating it. Gold does not get absorbed by the human body. Most of the awakened are probably only awakened because they happen to be wearing gold on their bodies and are stimulated by the external environment. So, eating it and carrying it around with you should have the same effect. Wang Ran slowly analyzed. However, why do the camps with awakened continue to collect gold, create more awakened ones? I'm not sure. An awakened leader would definitely not trust having so many powerful beings around him. That won't be easy to manage. Then there's only one explanation: gold can not only help people awaken, but it can also make the awakened stronger. If that's the case, everything makes sense, Wang Ran nodded. He was getting closer and closer to the truth. I wonder if gold has any effect on me. Wang Ran's current leveling path was a little unscientific. It was like a perpetual motion machine, constantly improving with followers he had created himself. He wondered if the effect would be better if it was combined with gold. Wu Jiangwo said that his potential was triggered by extreme anger. I was not particularly angry. Wang Ran touched his chin and thought. From the looks of it, there was only one suitable time. When feeding. It was only at that time that his mental and physical condition would be more excited. Xiaoyu, come. Use these gold bricks and bars to make a bed. Wang Ran ordered. In the future, he would try the effect on the bed in the gold shop. Master, are you trying to find some new fun? All right then. Su Xiaoyu nimbly carried the gold to make the bed. Wang Ran sent a message to Tang Tang, telling her that he had gotten the graphics card, the game, and 4 PS1s. I'll take the graphics card, you can keep the rest. Tang Tang quickly replied. She had already gotten her hands on a PS4 and some other games, so she naturally did not need Wang Ran's. Wang Ran looked at the numerous PS that Wu Jiangwo had brought and sighed. At least it had classics. Wang Ran connected the PS to the monitor and put in a Resident Evil 2 game disc. From the cover, it seemed to be called Evil Castle 2. What trash translation. Wang Ran was still a little unaccustomed to holding a wired game controller. However, he quickly immersed himself in the game. As he was playing, Wang Ran suddenly thought of a problem. The zombie virus in the real world. Could it also have been developed by some dim-witted organization? With the rapid development of modern medicine and biology, it was possible. However, this was not something to consider at the moment. He had to escape from the tyrant's pursuit. Master, the zombies here all look so weak. Lin Momo pointed at the ordinary zombies on the screen. These zombies were as weak as the zombies outside the warehouse. Chapter 47. An official relocation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 47. An official relocation translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. The zombies here are indeed weak. The ones in WWZ are more aggressive. They run as fast as dogs. Even if it's a wall, they'll climb over each other to pass it. Wang Ran said, after thinking for a while. However, if the zombies outside were this powerful, humans would severely be on the back foot. Hey, Master, there's a zombie dog. Lin Momo pointed at the screen. Leon, who was under Wang Ran's control, was mauled to death by a zombie dog. Humans can become zombies, and dogs can become zombie dogs. It makes sense. Wang Ran explained. Xiao Jin, who was standing at the side, shivered. It didn't want to become like this. Xiao Jin, don't be afraid. You've drunk Master's blood. You should be like us, maintaining your rationality and appearance. Lin Momo wanted to comfort Xiao Jin, but she almost let it slip. That's right, Xiao Jin has grown so much in just a few days. Let's test our strength. Momo, go and get a refrigerator. Wang Ran ordered. The refrigerator had become an excellent tool to test one's strength. Soon, Lin Momo returned with a refrigerator. Xiao Jin, go and scratch the refrigerator hard. Wang Ran ordered. Xiao Jin looked reluctant. He was a pacifist. I'm not very good at fighting. Momo, if Xiao Jin doesn't listen, just throw him outside. Let him experience the cruelty of life, Wang Ran said. Xiao Jin's body trembled when he heard that. To hell peace. Xiao Jin went up and swatted at the door. There was a deep claw mark on the refrigerator door. As expected. Xiao Jin's strength had also increased. Xiao Jin's combat power was comparable to Su Xiaoyu's from 2 days ago. In addition, Xiao Jin seemed to be as intelligent as a human. In other words, he could leave Xiao Jin to look after the warehouse alone. It would be even more efficient to move in the next few days. Wang Ran and Su Xiaoyu were in charge of transporting the goods by car, while Lin Momo was in charge of sorting and arranging the unloaded goods. It was perfect. Tonight should be Wang Ran's last night in the warehouse. That is, if everything could be moved out smoothly by tomorrow. Wang Ran and his girls tried the golden bed. Well, it was too hard. As for the increase in strength, it could only be said that there was a slight reaction at a certain moment. It was gone after that. It was not as much of an improvement as being bitten by Xiaoyu and the others. Had he not reached his limit? That's right, it's hard to force it out unless it's a life and death situation. In addition, he gained strength in a very different manner. Gold wasn't that useful to him. But it was different for others. Once the news spread, the value of gold would skyrocket. At that time, 100 grams of gold would not buy food, it could buy empires. Fortunately, he had collected so much gold. In the future, he would be able to use that gold to exchange for supplies and find laborers. He would not need to run errands himself. He only needed to bring his girls about to plant vegetables, raise fish, play games on the island, and so on. His days would be quite blissful. The night passed quickly. Wang Ran got up at dawn. Today's transportation was a big undertaking. However, the virtuous Lin Momo had already categorized and labeled the items last night. All the things that needed to be moved would take up to about 20 trucks. The three of them started loading the trucks. Xiao Jin, you'll be in charge of looking after the house today. No matter who it is, as long as they want to enter, kill them all. Do you understand? Wang Ran asked. Woo-woo, okay. Xiao Jin nodded. It only wanted to be a good boy, but now it had to spill blood. Sigh, if it wasn't for the fact that the food was okay, it definitely wouldn't have agreed. Let's go. Wang Ran sat in the driver's seat and started the car. Lin Momo was about to get into the passenger seat of Wang Ran's car when Su Xiaoyu stopped her. Let master drive properly. Come and sit with me. Su Xiaoyu pulled Lin Momo to the car at the back. Lin Momo sheepishly lowered her head with a red face. Su Xiaoyu knew what she was up to. Don't think I don't know that master secretly gave you an extra meal. Humph, Su Xiaoyu pinched Lin Momo. She wasn't really angry, she just wanted to tease her. After all, Lin Momo was weaker than her, and she needed to eat more to improve herself. Only then could she help Wang Ran more. Lin Momo's face turned even redder. At 7 in the morning, the two cars set off from the warehouse. Today was going to be a busy day. At around noon, everything in the warehouse except for the frozen goods was finally moved out. Lin Momo had also arranged the supplies in the appropriate positions. After replenishing his energy at the seaside villa, Wang Ran took some cucumbers and eggs and drove to the villa area. Before the frozen meat was transported over, the power system had to be set up. The frozen meat in the truck could last for 1 to 2 hours. As long as the cold storage was running, the quality of the frozen meat would not be affected. Wang Ran had already laid out all the solar panels, and now he only needed an electrician to connect them to the entire island circuit. Wang Ran parked his car at the entrance of the villa area. Brother! You're here. The security guard, Zhao Dong, immediately came up to him. Wang Ran had displayed his strength in front of him before, and he was also very generous to him, which made Zhao Dong admire him very much. Here are a few video cards. Help me pass them to Tang Tang in number 2. Also, is there anyone here who's good at electrical work? I have some lines that I need someone to pick up. It has to be someone good. Wang Ran emphasized the last sentence. Brother, I can. I'm one of the top 3 electricians in our neighborhood. I'm the one who's in charge of maintaining the district's electrical circuit. Zhao Dong patted his chest and said. It was a good job to work for Wang Ran. There was definitely no lack of food. All right. It's you then. Give me the graphics card. I'll wait for you at the door. Wang Ran nodded. Although Wang Ran did not trust anyone, it was better to pick someone who wasn't a stranger. Zhao Dong was still more reliable than the other security guards. Zhao Dong did not take long. Wang Ran drove the car and brought him to East Lake Island. Let's go. Brother, isn't this the island resort? I know this place. You're really going for it, huh? As this was directly opposite the villa area, Zhao Dong naturally knew of this place. However, the resort was not open yet, so there were no food or drinks inside, so no one thought of coming here. This was indeed a good place that was easy to defend and hard to attack. Chapter 48. Versatile Security. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 48. Versatile Security Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. Wang Ran brought Zhao Dong to the main building. The main power system of the entire island was located below the main building. They only needed to connect to the main bus that was pulled over by the solar panels, and the equipment on the island would be powered. Lin Momo and Su Xiaoyu stared at Zhao Dong in silence as a stranger came in. Zhao Dong felt a chill down his spine. He felt that these two sisters.in.law had a dangerous aura. It was as scary as being stared at by a zombie. Zhao Dong, the toolbox is here. Focus on your work and don't think too much. Wang Ran patted Zhao Dong's shoulder as a light warning. If he worked obediently, he would naturally be rewarded. If he had other thoughts. Then I'm sorry. Don't worry, brother. I'm a man of few words. I guarantee that I'll complete my mission perfectly. Zhao Dong picked up his toolbox and walked down from the power supply room. He was already very familiar with this kind of work. Momo, if you control 2 or 3 zombies, how long can you last? Wang Ran asked. If it's only 2 or 3, and it's a small area, 1 or 2 hours won't be a problem, Lin Momo answered. Before, she had exhausted herself trying to control dozens of zombies at the same time. Okay, go to the bridge and get 2 or 3 zombies to guard this place. If Xiao Dong has any ideas, let the zombies deal with him. Wang Ran ordered. With Lin Momo's strength, it would not be a problem for her to deal with Xiao Dong. However, Lin Momo was naive. If Xiao Dong was someone with ulterior motives, Lin Momo would not be able to deal with him. Therefore, it was still the safest to send zombies to watch from a distance. After settling everything, Wang Ran and Su Xiaoyu continued to drive the goods. By the time it was transported to the second round, the power system was finally linked up. The cold storage warehouse began to operate. The 3 zombies that were guarding the door were released into the sea. Zhao Dong didn't know that he had been trailed by 3 terrifying zombies. Brother, it's done. They did a good job here. Solid groundwork. If there's no external damage, it can run for several years without problems. Zhao Dong patted the dust off his hands. Not bad, not bad. It seems like they could enjoy themselves a little in this apocalypse. Wang Ran smiled. Brother, you must be joking. You called in for a favor, it's no big deal. If you have any needs in the future, feel free to look for me. Holy crap. Are these drones? Zhao Dong saw the drone at the side. Oh. You know how to use it? Wang Ran asked with a smile. Yes, we have 2 drones in our villa area. They used to be used for security monitoring, but now they are used to lure zombies away with speakers. I wrote the drone's inspection program. Zhao Dong patted his chest and said. One of the reasons why there were so few zombies near the villa was because Zhao Dong often arranged for drones to hang the speakers and lead the zombies away. F***ck, do security guards nowadays need so many skills? Where did you learn all this? Wang Ran asked in surprise. Oh, I graduated from Z University of Technology. I studied software engineering. I learned electrical work while I was at it. Zhao Dong said, a little embarrassed. That amazing. Then, why are you still a security guard? Wang Ran was a little shocked. Zhao Dong's school seemed to be better than his own third-rate university. Brother, you don't know this, but the security guards in this neighborhood are paid very high. It's very easy to do side gigs while we're at it. Although being a programmer pays more, I don't want to lose hair at such a young age. Besides, this neighborhood is filled with rich people. If a certain lady takes a fancy to me, I won't have to work hard anymore, right? Zhao Dong was honest. Wang Ran thought for a while and agreed that this was true. A rich woman who stayed at home all year round would have her eyes on the strong young security guard in the community. It wasn't as if such things didn't happen. Brother, do you have any requirements for this drone? I can write simple programs. Zhao Dong asked with a smile. I just need it to be a good sentry. If it detects any moving objects, it'll notify me. When the battery is about to run out, it will automatically return. That's all I need. Wang Ran said, after thinking for a while. No problem, brother. Give me a day, and I'll get it done for you. But I'll have to go back and work on my computer a bit. Zhao Dong replied. Sure. Come, take these things. Wang Ran took a bundle of cucumbers, a dozen beers, and 10 pounds of noodles and put them into a woven bag. Then, he picked up a PS and a few games and put them in. "Brother, you're too polite." Zhao Dong was extremely excited. He was only given 2 pounds of food every day. He had been given so many gifts just to help Wang Ran with a small task. He was a little embarrassed. "It's fine, just take it. I'll look for you if I have any technical problems in the future. I'll send you back first. I still have to continue transporting goods." Wang Ran patted Zhao Dong's shoulder. He was quite satisfied with this Zhao Dong. He was down to earth and did not have much curiosity. He had so many supplies, but he didn't seem to be jealous. It was worth striking a partnership with this man. Wang Ran first sent Zhao Dong back to the villa area, then continued to carry the rest of the supplies with Su Xiaoyu. Finally, all the supplies were moved away at about 6 in the evening. Now, the supermarket was only left with some refrigerators and useless household appliances. After attracting dozens of zombies to guard the bridge, Wang Ran, his 2 zombies, and a dog sat on the top floor of the hotel's main building and watched the sun slowly disappear into the sea. "Master, where are we going to stay tonight?" Lin Momo asked. She still had to tidy up the bed and clean the room later. "Let's stay in the villa first. The scenery is good. Xiao Jin, let's build a nest for him near the bridge. He'll be our guard dog in the future." Wang Ran thought about it and made the arrangements. He would still have to live in this main building in the future. After all, it was high and had a good view, so he could see the movements on the bridge from afar. For now, he would enjoy himself in the villa. "Woo-woo," Xiao Jin felt wronged. "Why do I have to guard the door when you're staying in the villa? It's scary to be out alone in the middle of the night. I'm still a child." "Master, it should be fine with zombies guarding at night. Xiao Jin is still young. Why don't we wait for him to grow up a little?" Lin Momo pitied Xiao Jin. After all, they were comrades. In arms who had snatched food from each other before, and they doted on each other. "All right. Then, I'll arrange a villa for you." Wang Ran rubbed Xiao Jin's head. "A dog living in a seaside villa, really? Woof. Woof. Woof." Xiao Jin happily sat up straight. As long as he was not left outdoors. It was a villa, after all, so they could stay here. After having dinner on the top floor, Wang Ran brought his zombies to the villa with the best location. The sea breeze was a little chilly, which was just nice to cool them down. At night, all the sounds were drowned out by the lapping of the waves. Chapter 49. Rebelling So Soon. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 49. Rebelling So Soon. Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. Early the next morning, Wang Ran came to the bridge to patrol. Dozens of zombies would not be enough to defend the bridge. This would only scare some stragglers away. If an organized team came here, they would be wiped out. He still had to find a way to strengthen his defense. The current situation was that once the bridge was down after they have passed through the garden, they would be able to reach the hotel lobby. There were no obstructions. After all, this was a resort hotel, and it was impossible to make it as tightly guarded as a prison. There was nothing more than a railing at the end of the bridge to block the cars. It definitely couldn't stop humans and zombies. When he got up in the morning, Wang Ran saw a few zombies wandering about. This won't do. It affected the quality of life. Think about it, you're eating hot pot and singing at home, and a zombie suddenly pounced on you by the window. How bad would that be? He had to make improvements. He had to build a big iron gate at the entrance. Ordinary zombies would not stand a chance. As for the mutated zombies, unless they could get a few hundred tons of steel to build a wall, they would always slip through. The main thing was that the surveillance system was in place. With the motion capture function, he could be alerted at any time. It's just a mutated zombie. How can it be more powerful than me? Could he be more powerful than Xiaoyu and Momo? Right now, he was like a perpetual motion machine that was continuously increasing his strength. Then, Wang Ran walked around the island. The entire island was surrounded by cliffs, and there was no beach. Therefore, it was a fortress. He only needed a few fixed surveillance cameras. After looking at the safety issue, the next issue was the issue of sustainable development. It was not a problem for Wang Ran to eat the food and canned food in the cold storage for more than 10 years. However, with only these, the nutrition was clearly insufficient and unbalanced. This was especially true for Wang Ran. He knew that he had not practiced the cleanest of diets before this mess. He still had to plant some vegetables and fruits. There were places on the island that were suitable for growing things. However, Wang Ran did not want to destroy too much greenery. After all, it was more comfortable to stay with a good view. When he got hold of more land, he could develop it into a plantation to provide fruits and vegetables for the island. What he needed to do now was to get some seeds and fruit seedlings that had short maturity and fast growth. Momo, do you know where I can get the seeds? Wang Ran asked. He really didn't know much about this. We have an agricultural department in N University. There should be some inside, right? I wonder how the teachers and students in the school are doing. When Lin Momo mentioned the school, she started to worry. She was a zombie now, but she still had some connections with them. N University, Wang Ran touched his chin. He didn't care if the people inside were dead or not. He was worried that the people inside had no food and would eat all the seeds. It sounded like something humans would do. Sure, I'll go to N University once the drone surveillance system is set up. Wang Ran made his decision. Master, I'll go with you. I'm familiar with N University. I studied there. Lin Momo immediately volunteered. If she went out with Wang Ran, there would definitely be an extra meal. This had already become a tacit understanding. I'll go too. I was a teacher at N University, so I'm familiar with it. Su Xiaoyu also joined the competition. Alright. Momo, look after the house. Xiaoyu, come with me. Wang Ran quickly made a decision. In the university, there were tens of thousands of teachers and students, so there would definitely be a lot of zombies. It would be more decisive to kill the zombies with Xiaoyu. Lin Momo still needed to improve her combat skills. Woo! Lin Momo immediately looked down when she heard that. She also wanted to go. Alright. Momo, you're very talented in tidying up and cleaning. When we go out, you have to clean up our base. I will reward you for it. Wang Ran rubbed Lin Momo's head. Lin Momo finally smiled. Going or not was another matter. The most important thing was the rewards. After a leisurely morning, Zhao Dong finally sent a message. The hovering surveillance and automatic return system of the drone were finally completed. Wang Ran drove the truck and picked him up. After some on-site debugging, the air surveillance system of the entire island was successfully built. At the same time, 4 drones would be suspended in the air to monitor the situation. The main areas of concern would be the seaside road and the bridge. As long as there was a moving object, the drone would send a signal to the host on the ground. In addition, there were more than 10 drones charging or on standby on the ground. Charging and releasing the drone required manual operation, and other times, it could be ignored. It was very streamlined. Not bad. Wang Ran patted Zhao Dong's shoulder in satisfaction. This young man was quite capable. Here, these are for you. Wang Ran took out a few bunches of bananas. He didn't like to eat bananas, and they went bad easily, so he had to give them away quickly. Thank you, brother, Zhao Dong took the banana, but he was not as happy as before. He seemed to have something on his mind. What's wrong? You don't like bananas. Why don't I get you some cucumbers instead? Wang Ran asked. That's not the problem. Brother, the food you gave me yesterday, when I go back. I've been ostracized by the other security guards. They took my things and laughed at me for using my body. Zhao Dong was depressed. Wang Ran frowned when he heard that. Wasn't he King saying that he did it himself? This is too much. Those security guards were really itching for a beating. Ah, there's one more thing. We, the security guards, only have some rations now. The owners are not willing to share any of their beer and drinks with us. Then yesterday, I overheard the vice captain and a few security guards saying, we have to work together to kill the owners to take over. I'm worried, Zhao Dong sighed. They're going to rebel so soon. Wang Ran was stunned. In his opinion, the security guards' rebellion was only a matter of time. After all, in this world, no one was willing to be an employee and serve others all the time. However, it wasn't the time for a food shortage yet. You want to rebel just for some drinks and beer. It seemed that Wang Ran had overestimated human nature. What do you think of this? Would you do it with them? Wang Ran asked. Of course I won't participate. It's too wicked. Zhao Dong replied decisively. But have you ever thought? If you don't participate, will they take care of you as well? Wang Ran asked with a smile. Zhao Dong's body trembled. They would do that. It was too terrifying. Chapter 50. Zombie Invasion. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 50. Zombie Invasion. Translator. Endless Fantasy Translation Editor. Endless Fantasy Translation. Zhao Dong clearly did not understand human nature. Wang Ran's deduction was highly likely to happen. When a team was going to do something immoral, no one in the team was allowed to keep their hands clean. Let's do it this way, take these bananas back and take the initiative to give them some. Build a good relationship with them. Those security guards are decent men, but they can be misled by greed. If they are planning to make a move, play along with them and pretend to agree, then inform me as soon as possible. I'll come and solve the problem when the time comes. Wang Ran said with a smile. His customers were here. He couldn't let the security guards mess around. Of course, if he wanted to conquer the villa, he would have to find the right time. If he attacked now, he would only end up as the villain. He would have to wait until the security guards started killing the owners. He would appear as a savior, kill the security guards, and then spread both kindness and justice. This way, he would hold an undisputable claim over the land. After all, with a colony, he needed numbers and manpower by his side. All right, I'll listen to you. Zhao Dong nodded. The world in its current state was too treacherous. He was not going to survive for long. It was better to listen to Wang Ran. After making all the necessary arrangements, Wang Ran drove Zhao Dong back to the villa. Next, he should go to N University to search for seeds and fruit seedlings. Just as the car hit the road, Wang Ran suddenly received a call from Wu Jiangwo. Brother Wang Ran, save me. Wu Jiangwo's voice was full of panic. It was obvious that he had encountered something serious. What's the situation? Wang Ran asked. Lin Hua. He's the one who went to the vault with us and ran off. He turned into a zombie and brought hundreds of zombies to besiege our stadium. We can't hold on much longer. Wu Jiangwo said in a hurry. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Wang Ran hung up the phone after he finished speaking. He stepped on the accelerator, engaged the clutch, and shifted gears. The car's speed was accelerated to 80 kilometers per hour, bringing a few hundred zombies to attack them. Lin Hua is obviously not a normal zombie, since he could control normal zombies. He had to at least be a mutated zombie of a certain level. Interesting. The people in the camp were not related to Wang Ran, so he naturally had no interest in saving them. However, it was still a good thing to have Wu Jiangwo owe him a favor. After all, he was one of the most powerful men in N City in the future. Wang Ran focused on driving and soon arrived at the side door of the primary school. From afar, hundreds of zombies could be seen swarming toward the stadium. They were constantly climbing over and crashing into each other. Many zombies had already rushed into the stadium. It should be a mess inside right now. Xiaoyu, let's go and clean the place up. Wang Ran picked up the sword and jumped out of the car with Su Xiaoyu. The next scene could easily be a reenactment from the Three Kingdoms. Zombies' heads and limbs flew into the sky. No zombie could stop Wang Ran and Su Xiaoyu. After all, the two of them had improved a lot in the past 2 days. Soon, a river of blood was formed. Wang Ran and Su Xiaoyu rushed into the stadium. Brother Wang Ran, you're here. Wu Jiangwo and the others were in high spirits. Many of them had followed Wang Ran into the vault before, so they were very well aware about Wang Ran's strength. In addition, he had been able to charge into the stadium through hundreds of zombies, which was already a feat of strength. Wang Ran took a glance. There were already nearly 100 zombie bodies lying in the stadium. Some of them should have been people from the camp who had joined the other party after being bitten. The elderly, women, and children had already shrunk into a corner. Their eyes were filled with fear. There were less than 50 people still fighting with weapons. From the looks of it, about half of the camp's people had already been lost. Ah, I can't take it anymore. A young man lost his mind. He dropped his weapon and rushed into the zombie crowd. Soon, he was devoured by the nearby zombies and didn't even have the chance to turn into a zombie. Behind us are the elderly and children. Everyone, show some courage and fight them. Wu Jiangwo shouted loudly. Many women in the corner also stood up and took up their weapons to join the battle. The two sides clashed again. With the help of Wang Ran and Su Xiaoyu's powerful abilities, the number of zombies in the stadium decreased. Soon, the zombies at the door stopped rushing in, but actually retreated a little. From the looks of it, they couldn't afford to lose their heads at such a speed. The people in the stadium finally heaved a sigh of relief. Wang Ran took a glance and saw that there were only about 40 people still standing, including the women. In the other corner, there were more than 20 elderly and children. It could be said that the camp had lost 2/3 of its people. F*ck, Lin Hua. F** King. B** starred. He's a zombie, and he's still trying to take revenge on us. Wu Jiangwo wiped the blood off his body. His body was covered in wounds. He had thought he would become a zombie soon, but the virus had no effect on him. Could it be that after he became an awakened one that Wang Ran spoke of, he became immune to the virus? That would be great. In the future, he would be able to fight even more freely. The rest of you, take a rest first. Zhu Ming. Lu Quan. Chang. Ah Ji. All of you, come here. Wu Jiangwo called a few of his underlings to Wang Ran's side. Brother Wang Ran, there's no time for pleasantries now. I'll thank you later. I had a dozen of my brothers gnaw on gold yesterday. During the battle just now, the 4 of them awakened. The others may be lacking or less fortunate. Also, I found out that after we awaken, if we are scratched by zombies, we don't seem to turn into zombies. Wu Jiangwo told Wang Ran what he had learned. I guess after awakening, his physique has been strengthened and he can resist the virus. Wang Ran nodded. He didn't know if Tang Tang, who had drunk his blood to awaken, would also be immune. In addition, the fact that gold could help with awakening had been confirmed. Unfortunately, it did not work for everyone. Brother Wang Ran, what should we do now? Although they have temporarily retreated, they are still blocking the entrance. Besides, it's so noisy here. More and more zombies will be attracted here. Our physical strength is finite. We can't keep fighting. Wu Jiangwo looked worried. It's fine. If all of this was Lin Hua's doing. Can't we just kill Lin Hua? Wang Ran said in a very relaxed manner. His tone was as simple as cutting a cucumber. Lin Hua. Wu Jiangwo was stunned. There were hundreds of zombies out there. It was hard to say if they could even make it to Lin Hua alive.